Language is the syntactical organizing structure for our entire known reality. What we're looking at right now is a world that has outgrown its language. Language invokes the energies of the things. Language strengthens the energy of the things. Every word we speak, think, write, or type either creates, destroys, or perpetuates the status quo. When I say, I don't have time, I just gave my power away to time. Try transmits the frequencies of doubt, failure, not doing, and lack of commitment.
It seems like the tiniest thing from if to when. The reality of the vibrations of these words and what they do when we say them and when we put them out into the world and into the field is immeasurable. It's so big and it's so magnificent.
Imagine it like grooves on a record for those of us who remember records, right? Each of those grooves is a different frequency band. So our words choose to deepen those grooves, to empower those frequency bands.
What we resist persists. When we stand against hate, we fuel the construct of hate. Every word matters. Anti-racism is only to feed racism. It's only to feed division. It's only to tear our human family into more and more fragmented, sucky pieces. It's really, really, really important to be mindful of our language because language is the tool that determines which frequency bands we are aligning ourselves with. There is no value in victimhood. The upgraded, integrated way of doing it is to pull our attention away from that which isn't working for us and to focus on the up-leveled solution. And in doing that, I get to maintain my vibrational frequency of empowerment. I get to move through the world as an empowered being. When we say women owned, that plants a seed of like, deductive reasoning is a cool thing. It's our subconscious minds that are programmed by our languaging patterns, and it's our subconscious minds that direct reality how to configure. The world doesn't need more mediocrity, and it certainly doesn't need you making yourself smaller or me making myself smaller. Our speech patterns, our languaging patterns set up our level of consciousness.
Let's talk about disaster baiting, wherein we give voice to our worst fears and to the most terrible, awful possibilities imaginable, wasting our exquisite life force languishing in low-vibe bummer frequencies.
Ramana Maharshi had shadows, and Jesus had shadows, and every human incarnate in a meat suit in this dimensional realm has shadows. We don't come into right relationship with our shadow by shaming our shadow. It makes it so much harder for the collective or for anyone to embrace ideas that are couched as arguments because the word argument sets us up to defend. So notice when we're framing a choice as an identity and then stop doing it.
Language is our best, most handy, effective tool when it comes to attuning ourselves to these frequency bands: abundance, empowerment, wisdom, beauty, magic, integrity, authenticity.
The world needs our greatness. It needs your greatness and it needs my greatness. It needs our confidence. It needs us to shine bright. It needs us to own our gifts and to model that for other people. We speak the new culture into existence and then we live into that. We live into the language.